Screen time and sleep, tiny evening changes with big impact. We all want our children to be calm, happy, and well rested. But let's be honest, the evening hours can often feel like a battleground, especially when screens are involved. You might find yourself dreading bedtime, watching your child bounce off the walls, wired and struggling to settle down, even when they're clearly exhausted. It's a common struggle, and if you're nodding your head, please know you are not alone in this. Many of us grapple with how to manage screens in a world saturated with them, and it often feels like we're constantly playing catch-up. Tonight, we're going to talk about how those innocent moments with tablets or TVs close to bedtime might be inadvertently creating overstimulated little ones who just can't fall asleep. More importantly, I'm going to share some incredibly simple, tiny evening screen habits that you can introduce. These aren't about imposing harsh bans or creating more friction. They're about making small, protective shifts that will have a big, positive impact on your child's sleep, their mood, and your family's overall peace. You'll learn how to safeguard their precious sleep without feeling like you're taking everything away. If this is resonating with you already, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to Wise Parent, and tell me in the comments how old your child is. We love building this community of supportive parents here. So, let's dive into the core of the problem. Why do screens, especially in the evening, wreak such havoc on our children's sleep and overall mood? It comes down to two main things: light and stimulation. First, let's talk about light. The bright blue light emitted by screens from phones, tablets, and even televisions is a powerful signal to our brains. Our bodies naturally produce a hormone called melatonin when it gets dark, which helps us feel sleepy and ready for rest. But that blue light from screens actually suppresses melatonin production. It tells your child's brain, "Hey, it's still daytime. Stay awake. Be alert." This is particularly impactful for young children, whose brains are still developing and are far more sensitive to these environmental cues. Even a small amount of exposure can push back their natural sleep signals, making it harder to drift off. Secondly, there's the issue of stimulation. Think about the content your child often consumes on screens. Even seemingly innocent shows or games can be incredibly engaging, fast-paced, and demand a lot of attention. Their developing brains, especially in those crucial 0 to 5 years, are like sponges, constantly processing information. When they're bombarded with rapidly changing images, sounds, and narratives right before bed, their nervous system gets activated. It's like trying to calm down after a thrilling roller coaster ride. Your body and mind are still buzzing. For a child, this overstimulation makes it incredibly difficult to transition into the quiet, relaxed state needed for sleep. Their minds are still replaying the game, the characters, the story, making true rest elusive. As parents, we are truly brain architects, especially in those early years. Every interaction, every routine, every moment of calm or chaos contributes to the intricate wiring of our children's brains. When sleep is disrupted, it's not just about a tired child the next day. It impacts their ability to regulate emotions, concentrate, learn new things, and even interact positively with others. A child who didn't get enough restful sleep is more prone to meltdowns, irritability, and struggling with everyday challenges. They aren't giving you a hard time. They are having a hard time. And often, these hard times are directly linked to an overtired, overstimulated brain. The good news is that understanding this empowers us to make simple, yet profound, changes. We don't need a total screen ban to protect their sleep. What we need are intentional boundaries that respect how their brains and bodies work. The promise here is not about perfect evenings every night, but about creating more peace, more connection, and ultimately, better quality sleep for your child and for everyone in the home. So, let's talk about some tiny changes with a big impact. The first and perhaps most impactful change is establishing a no screens 30 minutes before bed rule. And I mean no screens at all. This includes television, tablets, phones, and even some e-readers that emit blue light. This isn't about being rigid for rigidity's sake. It's about giving your child's brain a crucial buffer zone. This 30-minute window allows their body to start producing melatonin, signaling that it's time to wind down. It also allows their nervous system to gently de-escalate from the stimulating input of screens, moving towards a calmer, more restful state. Now, I know what you might be thinking. 30 minutes? That's a huge ask. And it can feel that way, especially if screens are a deeply ingrained part of your evening routine. This is where the wisdom of gradual transition comes in. If your child is currently watching screens right up until bedtime, don't suddenly cut it off entirely tonight. Start by reducing screen time by just 5 or 10 minutes earlier. Do that for a few nights. Then extend it by another 5 or 10 minutes. This slow, gentle approach is far less jarring for your child and helps them adapt without feeling like a sudden deprivation. And this is a good moment to pause and ask yourself, what is one small step you can take tonight to create a little more calm? Sometimes, the biggest shifts come from the tiniest decisions. If you're finding this helpful, please share this video with another parent who might be struggling with evening screen time. And of course, a quick subscribe to Wise Parent helps us reach more families just like yours. Once you've created that screen-free buffer, the next crucial step is to fill that time with calm alternatives. This isn't about boredom. It's about intentionally creating moments of connection and quiet activity. Instead of screens, consider these options. First, reading together. This is a classic for a reason. Snuggling up with a physical book, whether you're reading to your child or they're looking at pictures, is incredibly soothing. It stimulates their imagination without overstimulating their nervous system, and it fosters a beautiful connection between you. Second, quiet play. This could be building with soft blocks, doing a simple puzzle, drawing or coloring, or playing with dolls or action figures in a quiet, imaginative way. The key is that the activity is low-key, doesn't involve bright lights or loud noises, and allows their minds to relax. Third, a warm bath or shower. The change in body temperature can be very calming and signal to the body that it's time to wind down. Make it a relaxing ritual with gentle movements and quiet conversation. Fourth, just talking. This might sound simple, but in our busy lives, focused conversation can be rare. Use this time to ask about their day, what they're looking forward to tomorrow, or just listen to their thoughts. This is a powerful way to build emotional connection and allow them to process their feelings in a safe space. When it comes to transitioning your kids gradually, communication is your most powerful tool. Instead of just imposing a new rule, involve them in the conversation. You can say something like, "Our brains need quiet time before sleep, just like they need food to grow strong. Let's make a plan together for our peaceful evenings." Talk about why times you're making these changes, not in a scary way, but in an empowering one. When we give our brains a break from screens before bed, we get to have better dreams and wake up feeling much stronger and happier. It's also essential to model the behavior you want to see. If you're asking your child to put away their screen, but you're still scrolling on your phone, the message becomes muddled. Consider making this a family-wide quiet time before bed. Put your own devices away and join in the calm activities. This shows your child that these boundaries are for everyone's well-being, not just a punishment for them. Creating new evening routines can take time and patience. Expect some resistance, especially at first. Your child might protest, argue, or even have a meltdown. Remember our parenting DNA. A child is not giving you a hard time. They are having a hard time. Validate their feelings. "I know it's hard to stop playing that game. It's really fun. And now it's time for our quiet time to help your brain get ready for sleep." Offer choices where appropriate. Would you like to read a book or build with blocks first? This gives them a sense of control within the limits you've set. And always, always praise their effort and cooperation. Even if it's not perfect, acknowledge their attempts. "I noticed you put your tablet away so quickly tonight. That helps your brain so much. Thank you for trying so hard to get ready for sleep." Focusing on the process and their effort builds inner confidence and reinforces the positive behavior. Remember, the goal isn't just to remove screens, it's to replace them with something more nurturing for their developing brain and emotional well-being. It's about building in those moments of connection, quiet reflection, and gentle winding down that are so essential for healthy emotional regulation and secure attachment. You are not just managing screen time. You are actively shaping their early brain architecture, promoting emotional safety, and teaching them valuable self-regulation skills that will benefit them for a lifetime. You are a wise parent, and you're capable of making these small shifts that will bring about immense benefits. By protecting their evening sleep environment, you're giving your child the gift of deep rest, which translates into calmer mornings, more resilient emotions, and a stronger foundation for learning and growth. Start tonight with one tiny change. Take one of these suggestions, perhaps the 30-minute rule, or introducing a new calm activity, and commit to trying it for the next few days. See the difference it makes. If this conversation has brought you some clarity and hope, please like this video. Subscribe to Wise Parent for more supportive parenting insights, and tell us in the comments what small change you're going to try tonight. And for more on how to build connection in those crucial early years, be sure to watch our next video. Before age 5, your child doesn't need ABC or 123. They need this. We're here to support you every step of the way,